Alright, and with that we should be live. Hi everyone, I'm Cryptic Hybrid. Welcome to today's live stream. It's New Year's Eve 2022, I guess. That's how it's counted. And this is the last live stream of the year, the last live stream of 2021. It's gonna be a cozy stream, a shorter stream where, you know, we're gonna go a little bit over what happened this year with the channel, mostly with the channel. Maybe with the gaming world as well, and we're gonna talk a bit about 2022. As I mean, some people are already in 2022. I don't know why the rush, but they're already there. But you know what? We're gonna get there as well. I mean, technically, I'm gonna get there probably before a lot of you because time zones. You know how they work. They're just they're just different time zones, different people, different times when they get to a specific point. Like 2022, January 1st, 2022. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there in a few hours. But until then, you can see, around me, this is the game that we're gonna play a little bit today. I wanted to play it because it's part of a series that I've played, throughout the years. In these times, at the end of one year, the beginning of the next one. Hey, what's up? You look very young. Well, I'm not that old. I don't feel young. I don't feel young at all. But actually, half of me feels young, half of me does not feel young. But it's fine. What was it? Okay, so this is part of a series of games where you have to find the coming year. And it's usually like a platformer, a puzzle platformer. Well, this year, because the developer, which I think it's Mateusz, I think something like that, Mateusz, maybe how it's pronounced. He released a commercial title called Slice of Sea. So I guess he didn't have a lot of time to make this game. So this one's gonna be a little bit easier. You just have to find some little elves, I guess, around around certain images. But it's part of a series. I've played it, I really like the series, and this is just a continuation of that. And while we do that, we're gonna talk about what happened this year. Lots of things. It wasn't a bad year, actually. It really wasn't a bad year for me, although it doesn't feel like it hasn't been a breakthrough year, but it hasn't been a bad year at all. That's the thing. And let's just go right in and play. So basically what we have to do in this game is we have to find these little elves. See, we got one. The funny thing is that these elves are different years. You can't see it because it's in the lower left, I guess, just under me. It should be around here, I guess. I think here. And we found 2045. I mean, that's great, but we need to go to 2022, so we can't find that. So we have to look around these images and find other years. It's going to be like 45, 44, 43, and so on until we get to 2022, our main objective. Now this year, lots of things. In terms of the subscribers, it hasn't been a bad year. It's been like we got over 700 extra subscribers this year. So it's been definitely an increase. It hasn't been a big increase, but it's not really what happens with this channel. It's not gonna be like a huge explosion, but it's been pretty decent. 700 more people. We passed 2,600 subscribers overall, which is good, and we're probably gonna get to 2,700 like within the next 2 months. Obviously, ideally, would get to like 5,000, 10,000, and so on and so forth. I didn't edit this background. This is just like the game that I'm playing and the green screen, and that's it. I haven't edited anything really to it. But so that was it in terms of the subscribers. An increase in numbers, like not a huge increase, not a big explosion or anything like that. But it's been nice. It's been pretty decent. We've went up in terms of subscribers. It's been good. Revenue, that's also been a pretty good year. I'm not gonna say numbers, but they're relatively low when it comes to ads, because of the views. If you don't get enough views, by the way, we found 2044, so that's the year 2044, and now we have to find 2043. so on and so forth. So in terms of revenue, it's been constant, not a lot, but you know, like not enough to sustain, obviously. But it's been, you know, at least it's been a regular revenue. Hasn't been a lot though. Oh, so this is the problem here. Oh, hello. Okay, that was easy. That was super easy. We just had to arrange the stuff. All right, so now we have to find 2042. Which is, you know, the year of our Lord, Battlefield. But no, that's... I actually haven't played Battlefield. Now, if you want me to play Battlefield 2042, well, like... Well, if anyone gives me to Battlefield 2042, I'm gonna play it. You also have to be a supporter, though, on locals. Which, you know, takes me to that. This year, we launched... I launched. I don't know why, you know, speaking in these terms, because it's only been me, obviously. I launched my locals community. It's on CRYPTICHYBRID.locals.com. If you don't know locals.com, it's a Patreon-like system, except it's better because it's not Patreon, and Patreon is not exactly the best platform if you want long-term security when it comes to their policies and how they treat you as a partner, technically. You're not a partner with Patreon. You're definitely not. If you're on Patreon, sure. If you're on Patreon and you know, don't rattle any cages, then you'll probably be fine. But it's not a great platform for the long run. Hey, there we go. It's not a great platform for the long run, so I just chose to go on locals. Again, CRYPTICHYBRID.locals.com. Over there, you can sign up, you can subscribe, you can become a member for free. It doesn't cost a thing to become a member, and you get, you know, all the public posts that I make on there. And, you know, you can also get a higher tier, which is $4 a month. And with that, you get, you know, all the perks of supporters. You get, you know, like I don't know why I go like this, because it's actually a lot of stuff that you get. You get early access to videos, you get support only live streams, you get to decide what I play every Monday on live streams. So actually, after this, I'm probably gonna have to make a post on locals about that. So whoever's a supporter on locals, every Friday I make a post, and you have the whole weekend to, you know, suggest games to play for me for, you know, the coming Monday. And this Monday I'm gonna do a live stream, of course. This is gonna be the first live stream of 2022. Wait, just chillax. I'm getting ahead of myself. No, it's gonna be 2022 first. So this Monday, January 3rd, the first live stream of the year and of the next year. And we're gonna do, you know, if anyone suggests a specific game and I can get it, you know, that's the game I'm gonna play. If I can't get it, you know, hopefully there's gonna be more suggestions along the way. If you're a supporter and you gift me a game, then I'm gonna automatically play that. So that's one of the ways to make sure that I play the game that you want on, you know, on Mondays. And of course, like, it's not gonna be like only one Monday. Technically, it can be multiple Mondays, you know, throughout the year. So it's not like, oh yeah, like I just play one Monday and then I'm done with that game, with that specific game that you requested. You can request it multiple times, and if, you know, there's no other requests, or, you know, or people, other people support you and, you know, like, you know, join in and say that, yeah, you should play that again, then obviously I'm gonna continue playing the same title for multiple Mondays. And so that's one of the perks. Of course, you also get behind the scenes content as a supporter. You get access to never before seen videos. You get to participate in game giveaways. One that, oh, there we go. One that I should prepare very soon. I had to talk to someone about it, but I should just like go ahead and just do it already. It involves you know, game keys of a title that's coming up in January, at the end of January. So that's going to be the prize. If you're a supporter on locals, then you will participate in that, you can participate in that giveaway. Actually, you're automatically entered in the giveaway if you're a supporter. So that's how it works. And of course, as a supporter, you can also request topics. So for example, you know, on regular live streams, if you want me to speak about this, oh, there we go. It was the valve. If you want me to speak on a specific subject, regardless of the, you know, origin of it, like, it doesn't have to be gaming related. That's what I mean. You can suggest a topic and on locals, and I'll do my best to cover it. either on a regular live stream or a supporter only stream. So that was a big thing, launching locals, because I've been postponing it, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I've been postponing it for some time. I didn't want to do it with Patreon. I was considering Subscribestar actually, and I did make a Subscribestar account. Oh, come on, man, what the hell? Thank you, but that's a lot of money. By the way, like, you know that YouTube is getting like 30% of that, like actually probably more like 40% of that, just so you know. But thank you, it's very generous, thank you. But it's what, 150. You know I'm gonna spend it on SHIB, right? On Shiba Inu coins. We should talk about that. Anyway, we'll talk about more about. We can talk about cryptocurrency too, because that's something that I've been definitely more interested in the last few years, and I'm it's one type of investment which I'm thinking of expanding my fold in, let's say, but we'll see. It's one of the things that I've been I'm hodl on Bitcoin. No, I'm hodl on Bitcoin, so I have some Bitcoin lying around, and I don't care if it goes down 100%. Well, it's not gonna go down 100%. Like, it go down, like, I don't know, like 70%. I'm just holding. I'm gonna hold until like 2030 or something. I don't know. It's when I'm gonna use Bitcoin, I'm gonna use it. But no, right now it's not anything like that. So yeah, all the perks on locals are mentioned. Again, I was thinking of Subscribestar, because I think that's a better known platform than locals. But I thought locals would be a platform that has a bigger potential for growth, because of the people who are behind it and because of the people who are on it. A lot of big names are on there, like, well, obviously, Dave Rubin, Michael Malice, who, if you don't know them, that's fine, but, at least from my view, they're, better known people than they're on Patreon. I mean, on Patreon, what do you have? Cumtown? It's fine. I don't mind about Cumtown, or yeah, Tim Dillon. I guess that would be a huge thing. But when it comes to further growth, Subscribestar doesn't really have that. It does have some, interesting people on there, but in terms of the potential for growth and for more people to come to the platform, I think locals has a better chance of growth, and it's gonna go up a lot more in terms of people who know of it. It's like, people who know of it and use it. I think there's going to be more people who will know locals and use locals in the next 5 years than Subscribestar, for example. I might be wrong about that, but that's what I think. So that's one of the main reasons why I chose locals. And I don't know who's also on there. Is Sam Harris on there? I don't know, but there's a lot. Pettesy's on there, right? Is it Bridget Pettesy? I don't. There are a lot of people on there. There are a lot of people on locals, so that's why I went there. There's a link in the description if you want to join, of course. And there's gonna be lots of stuff going on in the in the next year on locals. I'm gonna do more stuff on there, more exclusive stuff. So that's gonna be a thing that I want to build even more in the coming year. But this year we launched it, so that's a big thing. It's launched, it's done. It's done in terms of like I did it. Like I signed up, I made the stuff, I made the page, I decided on the perks, and by the way, the perks can be changed to some extent. I'm just like it was still a long time to think about what to offer and for what price. And $4 a month, I don't think it's a lot. It's less than half of what you'd pay for like Netflix or any pretty much any streaming option. And of course, I'm not comparing myself to Netflix in terms of the content. I'm saying in terms of things that you would pay monthly, right, for content, right? A lot of podcasts and a lot of people ask for $5 a month, and they give like one piece of exclusive content a week, which is, I don't think it's a lot. Like compared to others, so that's why I was thinking, offer more stuff for a slightly lower price than that. I didn't want to go for $1 or anything like that, because that's you're not getting anything, and the person who's paying you is not really getting anything out of it. The point would be to have as much of a direct impact, and $1 a month is not going to have that. Because of the fees, basically, that's the biggest thing. Because of the credit card fees and the fees of the platform, which aren't high on locals. I think they give you 90%, so they take 10%, and then there's the cost from Stripe, which is the payment processor. So it's better than what a new Patreon would be like, I think, right now when it comes to costs. So and I was thinking of different tiers. I think 4, hopefully it's going to be decent, and more people are going to subscribe on there. By the way, if you're thinking of subscribing, maybe wait a little bit. And I say a little bit, like, wait a few days, because there's going to be a promo offer for January. So that's going to be a thing. Oh, I really like this picture. This one's really nice. It's like an old abandoned boat on a beach. I don't know where exactly. It must be somewhere in Europe, I think, but I don't know where. Maybe the Baltic Sea somewhere. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it's the no. Could be the Mediterranean. Maybe not. No, maybe the Baltics. I don't know. But it's a really nice picture. So that was another highlight of 2021, launching locals, and I'm on there. You can join. I've posted a lot of exclusive stuff on there, and you can see, like, because I check here and there for what other people have on in terms of support. Oh, hello. And there's a lot of people who have Patreons who don't really update them a lot, or almost at all, like, once every few months or something like that. And I was like, that's such a, like, why would you make something like that and ask people for money and people will actually pay you? I'm not talking about Patreons with no members, with no subscribers on there. And there are people who don't bother to update it or anything like that, which is really weird to me, because I think it's a commitment. It is a commitment, and if people trust you with their money, if they're willingly giving you their hard-earned cash, which I'm starting to not like that phrasing, but it's their money, it's their property, right? And if they do that willingly, then that's a huge thing, and one can only be appreciative of that and want to give back. So yeah, how's life in general? Life is okay-ish. We've been pretty good. I mean, knock on wood, no one got sick this year, so that was no one really got COVID in terms of anything, like requiring hospitalization. And this month, come on, this thing, okay, that was the thing. So it's been good in that regard, because I know this is a big issue these past few years, but no one got it badly or anything like that. I mean, I have antibodies for it, and my mom has antibodies for it. I have no idea, like, when our bodies, or when our immune systems got in contact with COVID. So I have no idea. I think maybe for me it was maybe in April or May, when I was sick for like 3 days, maybe 2-3 days, and I just got like paracetamol. I got like some throat pill, like some throat stuff. I got some like tea, and that was it. And I had the fever, and that was it. I wasn't even coughing. It was just I was feeling weak. I had fever, and that was it for like 3 days. And I don't know if that was the case, but that was the only time this year when I felt sick. And since then, hopefully my immune system is a bit more prepared, because I've been taking vitamin D, I've been taking zinc, vitamin C. So it's something that I'm gonna continue, as the time goes on. I'm thinking of adding to that. That's maybe that's a topic for discussion. my supplementation, because I checked online, I read some stuff, and especially vitamin D is a huge thing for a lot of the functions of the human body. Like initially it was thought of as something that was required for bone health, let's say, but since that knowledge in the late 19th century, early 20th century, we've learned a lot more. We as in like mankind, humanity. We've learned a lot more about vitamin D. Oh, so cute! He's here about vitamin D, and it seems like it's a very important component. And if you can get vitamin D, get as much as you can. The upper limit, I don't know if there's any consensus, even if it was, like how much would you trust consensus in 2021, right? Or 2022 going forward? You shouldn't. But there's no consensus when it comes to the highest the highest non-toxic values, I think, of vitamin D. But I'm not saying that you should like go crazy with vitamin D. Just like, just take more than the recommended dosage in general, because it's fine. It's gonna be fine. You're not gonna have any issues unless you take calcium at the same time. Just probably don't do that. But other than that, it's been okay, and hopefully it's gonna continue like that in 2022. And what else? Oh, another highlights. The interviews I've done 10 developer interviews this year, and like 3 in 1 week, which was pretty crazy. But I definitely want to do more in 2022. I'm gonna try to contact. I have some people who I've contacted about doing interviews. I'm just waiting for the right time, because they, for example, some of them want to do Kickstarters. So for the biggest impact, I would, I'm thinking of, asking them to do the interview maybe right before the Kickstarter or during the Kickstarter, depending on their time. So that's a huge thing, the timing, because I would want the interview to have the biggest impact, and for that, the timing is obviously important. But I do want to do a lot more interviews in 2022. I don't have like a specific goal, as many as I can. And of course, I have to be interested in the game, but I'm interested in a lot of games, so that should be fine. Yeah, my brother, my nephews are fine. My online school is not great, but they've been going like physical school quite a bit this year. This school year, which started in September, so that was okay-ish. It's just it's bad. Like online schooling is just, it's going to be in a child's detriment, that's for sure. But right now it's, they're okay. They're going to school, like physically to school, so that's been good this year. And hopefully we're not going to have any more issues when it comes to going back to online and then back to actual school and back online and so on, which that was last year, and that was so crazy, because you screw up with the children. Like, they don't know literally from 1 week to the next if they're gonna go physically to school, if they're gonna see their friends. I mean, it's crazy. But hopefully that's gonna be stabilized and not gonna happen anymore. They're gonna have that switch between online and offline. They're gonna be offline live with their teachers, with their schoolmates, with their friends, with other children in there, and they're gonna be fine. And they've been fine. No COVID like outbreak or anything like that. So that was good. I don't know. Like maybe it's genetics. I have no idea what's going on. But so far it's been pretty decent. Hopefully going into 2022 is gonna be fine. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, so that was a big thing in 2021. The developer interviews, I've done quite a few of those. Oh, another big thing, actually a huge thing technically, one of the milestones. I passed 1 million views on YouTube. Now, of course, you know that I'm on multiple platforms, but you know YouTube is the main platform, and I finally surpassed. Actually, I think I'm over 1.1 million views at this point, and I know it doesn't seem much, like in the general scheme of things, when you know when people brag about like billions of views. But for me, it's a huge thing. It's a big milestone, and you know, obviously, if it's gonna grow exponentially, that would be nice. Okay, that was it. No, wait. Also this one. There we go. So so that was really cool. Of course, I'm on multiple platforms, I mentioned. So on YouTube, I'm at 1.1 million. I believe on BitChute, Cryptic Hybrid. Well, BitChute.com/CrypticHybrid. I'm on there too. That's my kind of secondary platform. And over there, I have over 300,000 views, which is a pretty big thing. Because BitChute is not as big as YouTube, obviously, and you know, having 300,000 views there, that's significant. Unfortunately, there's not really much when it comes to monetization, so I'm not getting any money from that. But if I can reach more people, you know, maybe more people are willing to, you know, like donate, or you know, join locals, donate on I don't know, PayPal, donate cryptocurrency. I don't know. The point is, if more people see my content, that's what I want. That's the ideal. And of course, I want to be on multiple platforms where people can find me. So because of that, this year I also joined 2 more platforms, and we'll see how they go. For the most part, at least with Odyssey, I'm pretty hopeful. So I joined Odyssey. It's odyssey.com, and you know, just search for me. There's a link in the description below to my Odyssey account. So I'm on there too, and I'm also on Rumble. Now on Rumble, I uploaded a few videos there, and it was like, Well, in terms of the content that was available there, it didn't seem like my stuff was really a good fit. It seemed like just like a very vanilla mainstream type of like YouTube content. But so you know, I was thinking, okay, let's see how it goes. It didn't really go well or anything like that. I just saw that they had the option to like mirror or import, I guess, the videos from YouTube. So whenever I put a video on YouTube, it's gonna be uploaded on Rumble automatically. I don't have to do anything about that. So I said, you know what? If it's that easy, then you know, why not? Let's be on Rumble as well. So on Instagram, on TikTok, no, that's I have an Instagram account. I don't really use it. Maybe I'm gonna use it more in 2022, especially if I do more camera work and I play more and I want people to see me more. And I'm definitely going to do more streams with camera on. Maybe I'm going to do all the live streams with camera on. That would be the ideal. And technically I can do that. It's just, you know, it's on me. It's on me. It's totally on me. I should do all the live streams. I should, you know, you should be able to see me. You should see, you know, my sweet ring light and see my lovely face with my not so symmetrical features. But well, it's one feature. But I'm not I'm not really posting much there. TikTok, it's, you know what, it's, I don't know, I feel old. I feel too old to be on TikTok at this point. I'm not saying that I wouldn't go on TikTok, but I don't watch anything on TikTok. I don't have an account. I don't have the app. I'm not specifically interested in the platform right now. If I become interested in there, then yeah, I would join. But at this point in time, I'm not using it because I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the content there, and maybe the audience isn't exactly what I would want to go for. I know I mentioned previously that I want as many people to watch my content, but it's also like, where do you go? Like, do you go to a place where, you know, it's very very low IQ, let's say, like, entertainment? I mean, that's not what I do, right? So if that's the majority of content on there, that's not the space for me, you know? but I may consider it. I'm not against being on there specifically. I just don't find a reason for it right now, especially since I don't use it either. But you know, in the future, maybe, why not? But yeah, so that was the platform expansion. That was a big thing in 2021. Odyssey specifically, right? But I'm also on Rumble, but also on Odyssey, all on there. Like, I upload myself, so I think Odyssey has that option as well to mirror YouTube uploads. So you know, you don't have to do anything for that. But no, on Odyssey I upload things manually, same as with on YouTube and on BitChute. So those three platforms, when I put stuff up, it's like because I decided to put stuff up there, and it's you know, my my stuff done. Okay, 2028. We have to find 2027. Okay, that was it. It's just this was not Epstein's Island, by the way. So that was another big thing. What else? Locals I mentioned. In terms of the videos, in terms of the numbers, I just saw, like, earlier today when I was kind of doing a little bit of research, on YouTube I'm at over 3,250 videos, like, you know, obviously counting, you know, the gameplay videos, the live streams, and the developer interviews. So everything that I've done. So it's actually a lot more than I thought. I really thought that I had just over 3,000, but under maybe, or closer to 3,100. But no, I'm at, you know, 3,250. So that's pretty big. And of course, you know, there's, you know, lots of variety when it comes to the content I make. I play lots of games, so, you know, it's if you want to find something, you know, you're definitely gonna find something, you know, new pretty much almost every day. So yeah, that's a crypto market evolution. I think it's just gonna become bigger in a long bull market in 2022. I would not make predictions like that. I would definitely not make. Oh wait, I definitely not make predictions like that. $100,000 for Bitcoin. I would say it's possible, but I wouldn't bet on it. Like, I would not bet on it. I would hold on it. So I think Bitcoin has the potential to go over $100,000 per coin. I think there's going to be maybe this at the beginning. See, the thing, it depends a lot on what other things are happening in the world. So for example, if there's going to be more high inflation, which it's likely, and if central banks fuck up everything like they usually do, printing more money, especially the Federal Reserve, then yes, I could see some good, like, significant increases in cryptocurrency valuation in 2022. I think it's gonna go up. I think it's gonna be, I don't know how much it's gonna go up, but it's I'm hopeful, but it's more like a long run thing. Like, when it comes, the biggest thing for me, for, you know, anyone who doesn't know, with cryptocurrencies, it's that, now I understand it's not, it doesn't compare to gold. Like, apparently nothing is better than gold. That's literally how, like, if you don't know economics at all, just know gold is good, and for multiple reasons. Now, because it's a commodity, the thing is, it's also a commodity first. Nothing else is. By the way, if someone tells you that there's no intrinsic value with cryptocurrency, you can say pretty much the same thing about any fiat currency out there. So if anyone, just because that's something that you see online, if anyone says, oh, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, they have no value, the dollar has no value, the euro has no value, intrinsic value, nothing. The yen has no value, the whatever you want, the yuan has no value, whatever, like, doesn't, the pound has no value, the lira has no value, doesn't matter. All fiat currencies have no value. Their value is given technically by the previous value that they had when they were just a measurement of gold, which is something that opened up my eyes reading. I never looked at money like that, and I definitely recommend you reading Mises especially, yeah, well, yeah, Mises. There are others too, but Mises specifically, Ludwig von Mises. I mean, all the money was, all that money was, in terms of the naming, right? When you think of money and you think of the dollar, right? You shouldn't think of it's not a unit, it's not a, it doesn't represent anything except, initially at least, it only represented a quantity of gold. So the dollar, $1 doesn't equal anything, it just equaled one, like, I don't know, like 20 grams of gold, just, you know, saying, you know, whatever, right? So all those were measurements. They weren't, it's not, it's like someone, I don't know, like a kilometer, right? So a kilometer is a measurement of distance, right? It's a unit of distance. The dollar and all the other currencies were just a measure of gold. So this amount of gold was $1, right? And because of the naming and how it's been done and how it's been inculcated into people, people now don't have that idea anymore. I've never had that idea before. So my dog just came here and she's really cute. So that's one of the things. They have no intrinsic value either, because they don't mean anything anymore. So you can't get gold for your dollars, right? You can buy gold, right? But initially, you know, the dollar, the pound, whatever. Yeah, the pound definitely, because it's you know, it's old enough for that. The euro, no. The euro never had that. But you know, the pound, the dollar, and so on, they were just a measurement of gold. They were you know, a specific quantity of gold. That's what they represented. And now they don't represent that anymore. So that's why they have, you know, technically zero value. So it's the same thing. Like if someone gives, like if anyone gives you shit about cryptocurrency, saying that they have no intrinsic value, same thing it's for fiat currency. They have no intrinsic value. So, you know, if you hold, oh, that was it. If you hold like cryptocurrency or fiat currency, like technically volatility exists in both. The thing that you know for sure is that cryptocurrency can go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and it has been doing that for, you know, for as long as it existed. So it can go up and down. When it comes to fiat currency, you know the trend is down. So if you take any fiat currency from 5 years ago, you're gonna get less products with the same amount now, right? So if anyone says, oh, cryptocurrency is very volatile, yes, it is. Also, it's also something new, which, you know, that makes sense. It's very volatile, but when it comes the volatility means it can go up a lot, it can go down a lot. When it comes to fiat currency, you don't have that volatility per se, you don't have that chaos, right? But you know the value is always going down. Okay, maybe not always, but the trend is downwards, and it's going to continue to be downwards. I don't think there's going to be a limit to, I mean, until it crashes, I guess, and until no one uses like a fiat currency, then that's going to be the thing. And the stock market evolution? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, the thing with the stock market is that it's such a fake thing. It's such a fake thing because there's so much money that's being pumped into the market, and banks and big companies are the first to get it. So that's one of the that's one of the reasons why the stock market is like really high. Like literally, like people could be millions of people could be starving in the streets all around you, and the stock market could be like its highest value in the last 20 years because it's decoupled from reality. And one of the reasons why it's decoupled from reality, or maybe the main reason, is because of new money that comes into the market. New market that you don't get first, I don't get first, we're the last ones to get. So, you know, like when you're Microsoft, you can get loans with almost zero interest, like, you know, long-term loans for zero interest, and you can buy assets with that money that are gonna not only cover the interest, right, it's gonna make you a huge profit. So this is nothing new. It's nothing necessarily new. It's just the absurdity of the current financial market, and it's everywhere. It's not like, it's not the US, it's not the the UK. It's everywhere. It's insane. It's absolutely everywhere. Same thing with Europe. It's everywhere. So I don't think there's necessarily a correlation between the two. Maybe I think it's more like classic, let's say, like investors go for cryptocurrency. I think there's going to be a bigger boom on that side, and screw the stock market. I mean, I don't have any issue with the stock market specifically, but it's such a fake thing. It's good to make money if you have the information for that, like Nancy Pelosi has, because like that was a thing a few days ago, that she bought some stock options, like for I don't know, Google and something, like a few more. But like she has insider trading. That's insider trading because she has information portraying to the financial dealings of the United States government, and especially the Federal Reserve, and its influence on the markets. And she can buy stuff that's gonna go up. She can sell when she knows that they're gonna go fall. So yeah, it's whatever. So it's super fake, but there's still money to be made there. So hey, we got it. There's still money to be made on the stock market. Not necessarily for me and you, but there we go. Everything in its right place. Thank you for finding all these years. Throughout all of these years. So we found 2020. I guess this is 2022. There we go. Can I put my? Can you hear the music? Okay, we got. I don't know why the the little seagull is jamming too. But we found 2022. I mean, obviously the game is very short. Like you can play it in like 5 minutes if you find everything. I just wanted to, go through all of this like in a faster way. But that was Where is 2022? That's the actual game, and you can find it on niche.io. I forgot to put a link to it. But better than this. Check out Slice of Sea. That's the game, a puzzle adventure game, full commercial title made by the developer of Where is 2022 and Where is 2021 and so on. And you can get the game for, I think it's 20% off until the 5th. So just go there, just go on Steam, Slice of Sea, find it and buy it because it's really cute. So yeah, that was New Year, New You. That's I don't like. I'm not a fan of that. New Year, New Me. It's not. You know what? That's such a. It's not. That's another thing. It's not. It's not New Year. It's not. It's the same you. You can just become better along the way. But yeah. Other than that, okay. So we got to the views, locals, multiple platforms, interviews. Oh, another great thing that happened this year. For me specifically, like it meant a lot for me, was I was able to support quite a lot of games on Kickstarter, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them. Like I got to support Prim, I got to support Lucy Dreaming, I got to support Plot of the Druid, Unusual Findings was more recent. Trail of Ooze also more recent, like just over a month ago. So that was really cool because I'm really that's one of the things that I'm trying to do with this. Like, not only I want to show games, right, so more people discover them. With the financial gatherings of this endeavor, I also want to give back as much as I can and support more games that are coming out. So that's a really cool thing. And one of the games that I supported on Kickstarter, but that was in previous years, Capia, is coming on January 25th. I don't know much about NFTs. I know what they are supposed to be. It's gonna be bullshit. It's gonna be such a crazy thing with NFTs. I bet there's gonna be so many scams. That's the thing with NFTs. There's gonna be so many scams because a lot of people don't understand the technology. And I'm not saying that I understand the technology fully. I'm just saying that it's complicated enough that there's going to be a lot of scams, and probably already there has been scams in the sense that you're not going to be left with anything in the long run. That's the point. So an NFT makes sense if you want that, and if you can ensure its existence for, I don't know, however long there's we still use electricity. So like when we will no longer use electricity because we're back in the Stone Age, then yes, then all the NFTs will be gone technically, right? But other than that, in like that not happening, that aside, that scenario not happening, which I don't think is gonna happen, NFT should be, should exist for, in perpetuity. I don't know if that's gonna be the case for a lot of them, so I don't know. It's I still have to read stuff on it, but I'm really not interested in it. I think it's still early. I don't care about them being used right now. Again, I think it's too early to jump on the bandwagon specifically. I think people see the opportunity of making money from them, and that can be a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that there's going to be people who will use that to trick others to part with their money, and sorry, that's the bad thing. The good thing is that the potential for money is gonna incentivize more people to get into this specific area and to provide services that make NFTs like sustainable in the long run. So they're gonna add technology that's required to ensure that, like when you buy an NFT, it's not going to be gone. Like you're actually buying something that's going to be available, and you can, trade it later on in like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, however much you want. That the point is that it's a long-term thing, right? Because if you buy an NFT and all you get is like a link to something from someone else's server, if they close it off and you can't, it's a very complicated thing. At least for me it is. So from what I understand, it's it's still early. I wouldn't jump on it. I definitely wouldn't jump on it. And when it comes to gaming, I don't really care. I would not buy it. Like loot boxes, don't pre-order, don't buy loot boxes, and definitely don't buy NFTs that are related to games. Don't buy crap. Like, don't spend your hard-earned money on shit that's not gonna be there in 5 years. Because it's, unless you want it, if you have enough money, then sure, okay, just spend it however you want, but it's like, if you actually care about the money that you make, invest it in something that is gonna be, will have a positive impact. If you're just gonna buy something in a game, that's gonna be available for only that game, and in the next 4 or 5 years at most, I mean, I would not. I would rather buy something else, something that's more sustainable. Buy some freaking Bitcoin. Instead of spending money on NFTs or anything that in games. I mean, NFTs now. Later on, maybe that's gonna change, but I don't know. It's still early. I'm gonna read stuff on it, I guess, but yeah, I have other stuff that I want to read right now. I'm not that interested in NFTs right now. I'm more interested in cryptocurrency, to be honest, than anything else, because that's blockchain in general, but cryptocurrency in particular, because I would really like, I would so like for the day to come faster where every single person, as many people as possible on this planet have wallets, like crypto wallets, and like all the vast majority of transactions are from wallet to wallet, and you can give me money and I can give you money, and there's no intermediary between us, and there's no intermediary between you know, myself and the people watching who want to support me, or myself or someone who I liked their art or games, and I want to support them directly. And there's no central bank intermediary, there's no bank intermediary, there's no, you know, there's no need for borders, because it should be my property, my money, my cryptocurrency, and my choice to give some of that to someone else, to another individual, because this is all about individuals, right? It's also companies, but the point is that it's exchange. It's the true market. It's exchange between people, right? I want something from you, and I give you something that you would want, and that's been true for a very, very long time. It just has been bastardized and taken over by other entities, right? So right now, if I want to get a t-shirt from someone, right, we may have, you know, Amazon in between us, which might be fine, right, until Amazon decides to take the shop down from that person. Okay, the ideal thing would be like, you know, someone wants to sell something and they own all the stuff, like, you know, all the platform and everything, and you know, I have the money and I just pay them, I send them directly, and that's it. And there's no credit card needed, there's no bank to approve the thing, there's no payment processor to approve, you know, the payment, to facilitate. There shouldn't be any facilitation. No, it's like, no, I just send it from here to there, and you know, it's you know, logged on the blockchain, which, you know, like, you know, everyone has, or like a huge amount of people have access to, and can visualize it, and can store it, and so on and so forth. So that would be nice. Yeah, this is the future of metaverse report. No, I think it's. I mean, I don't know. In terms of the metaverse, I don't know enough of it to really have an. It just, I don't know. I don't know about it. It's just, it's such it sounds like such such a futuristic thing that some people who use it have ideas of what they want to do with it, and those things aren't good for the rest of us. So that's why I'm a little like, yeah, if you can keep ownership and physicality for as long as possible, in perpetuity ideally, that would be something that I would care about. In terms of the, like, all I want really, well, I want a lot of stuff, but ideally I want every single person to have ownership and to have clear property boundaries. So when you, and this is, you know, about a lot of stuff, about the games that you buy, or the money that you have, cryptocurrency or fiat, whatever, doesn't matter, right? About your website, about your domain, about, you know, like all those things, right? I want them as close and as linked as they can be to their owner. So if I have, you know, the domain CRYPTICHYBRID.com, I don't own it. I would like to own it. I can't own it, you know? So that's a problem, right? Even if nothing, no one wants to shut me down, the potential for that is there, right? So ideally, we would be somewhere, not in a, I don't know how it would be in the metaverse, but in an online world where ownership is very clear and cannot be fucked with, cannot be, you know, and that's basically what, you know, my idea would be. And that includes, you know, a lot of things, like, you know, like internet service providers, and like, you know, well, I guess, well, I'm not use VPNs, but that would be important, right? And that's the physical part. The physical part is always going to matter. If we take the physical part out, if we don't care about the physical part, and when I say physical part, I mean the actual, like, you know, wiring and the power and the servers, and, you know what I mean? So and the switches. So those are the physical. If we don't care about the physical, we're gonna lose eventually. So all our freedoms, whatever moniker freedom might have, it's gonna be gone one day unless we have physical ownership. And it doesn't mean that everyone has to have physical ownership of everything that they work with or they need. That's not the point. The point is that it's so decentralized that there's never going to be a time when, like would happen right now, and it's the reality, and in this day and age, where it could be like that, and the population of 8 million people would be prevented from having access to a website or a service or the internet as a whole. So that's a problem. Like that's a physical problem, a political, a physical problem. That's so metaverse, whatever the metaverse is gonna be. I care about the physical part first, because that's gonna be that's the base of everything, right? The biology, the physical, those are the bases that you build upon. So if the biology is bad, just saying in general, it doesn't. I'm not saying about something specific, but if the biological base is bad, whatever you build on top of it is going to crumble eventually. It's not going to work long term. And when it comes to cryptocurrency, for example, that doesn't really have a physical thing. That can be an issue. You could say, well, gold can be gold is physical, so that could be something. Yes, that could be definitely something. When it comes to cryptocurrency, there's the existence of like your own non-custodial wallets that you can have, like just a code, whatever, somewhere written on the paper. That's a huge thing. That brings some physicality to the whole cryptocurrency world. That's why I'm a fan of non-custodial wallets. Right? Like if you have and I have one. So yeah. But other than that, the metaverse, I don't know what's gonna be like. I'm not going too far out, because I don't know enough. I care a lot about the physical. Like at this point in time, I care more about getting, well, obviously, like having a sustainable life in terms of the financial side, and that's something that you can help me with, people watching and people supporting. And I want to get physical books. I wish that I could get all the books that I've read so far. It's not like it's like there are 1,000, right? But some of the books that I especially the ones that I've read recently in the last few years, I would really like to have them physical. I think it's very important because I bought them on through Amazon on Kindle, right? And I mean, it's great. I have them, always available. I can, highlight things. I can copy things. I can, search, through the app and everything. So that's great. But it's not my property. And if Amazon decides that they don't like the fact that there's a book called, I don't know, let's say Albert J. Nock. Because it's not even like a very huge or like a widely known book, I would say, like Myth of the Gilded Nation by Albert J. Nock. If Amazon decides to take that off, they can delete it from my device, not my property. That's a problem. So ideally, I would want to have that too. So always have the physical basis in the mind. That's always have that, because it's a long-term thing. It's going to matter. Now I don't necessarily care about about the media. It's something a bit different, because I don't necessarily care. But I would save that too, like physical media. Like DVDs and such, right? Like I would buy stuff because like you see right now, there are movies and TV shows online, or no, movies and TV shows that were made that you could have seen, and now you can't see them anymore. You can't find them anymore legally, or you find them in a somewhat modified manner, and that's a problem because the more you have in the online world, and I'm not saying anything new. This is not something like a huge thing. People have been talking about this for a long time. I think you have to keep that in mind all the time. So yeah, so one of the things that I want to do, for example, is like, I want to buy as many physical books that I can have, and I can purchase. So that's one of the big things. And like, next year, well, 2022, I definitely want to get like a first batch of books that I've read and I really liked, and I want to have them in physical form. I want it, if something happens, I want to be able to read them. I want to be able to share with people. So I think that's very, very important. It's building something that will last for a longer time, right? And you have extra security on there. You can copy it later on. You can rip pages. You can transcribe it by hand. It doesn't matter. The point is that you have the physical, and that's one of the things that I worry about, and I want to do. I want to bring more of in my life, more ownership of physical products. So that's of course I'm still going to buy like books through Kindle, but I also want to get them because it's just easy, and you get them at really good prices in a lot of cases. So like I could find a lot of things like that. I get recommendations, and some of them are actually pretty decent. So I can discover new things. I can find them. Maybe I can discover new books or new authors and so on, and I can get them really fast. And but on the long term, I want to have them physical as well. Other than that, same thing with games. So for example, I started to download some of the games that I have on Good Old Games. So on Good Old Games, if you don't know, you can they're DRM free games, and you can you can download the kits, the game kits, the setups, the CDs, the DVDs, whatever, right? The packages. So you don't need a CD, or you don't need to download it from somewhere. You can have it on your hard drive, or well, on your drives, because hard drive is such a old word already, and on your SSD, and you can get them from there. And that's something that I want to do. I want to get more physical media when it comes to storage media. I want to get more hard drives, maybe also SSDs, and I want to get like all the stuff that I own on Good Old Games, and get the kits there and have it there. Maybe nothing's gonna happen to them. Maybe Good Old Games is gonna be available for a very, very long time, until my death and beyond. That's not the point. The point is, if something happens, right, I would like to have access to those things for multiple reasons, right? Because I like them, because maybe I want to share them with someone, maybe Web 3. I don't know enough about Web 3.0 enough. Like, I don't know what that would mean specifically, so I have no idea. Like, I don't know what people mean with Web 3.0. What decentralized, like everything? Is that the thing? I'm not really sure. I'm not smart enough for that. I don't think I am. I'm just like, I'm keeping it like in my little corner of the world. I'm just trying to like get show some games, get some hopefully get more people to find cool things that are created by people. That's very important. They're created by people, and especially like smaller teams. That's a whole thing, because the big media, it's gonna be crap. It's gonna be mediocre. I mean, I'm sorry, but I can't watch. I can't, like, for the 90 something percent of the entertainment, like mainstream entertainment that's being in terms of TV shows, in terms of movies, music, I can't. I just can't. It's just no. So, and it's because it's mediocre for the most part. Some of it I wouldn't like because I don't like. It's preference, right? But a lot of it is mediocre, and it's not only that it's mediocre. It's propagandizing, and that's enough of that. I'd rather not have even more propaganda in my life. There's plenty of that. Everyone's trying to pull you in a certain direction or in one direction or another. Like trying to get your attention to this thing and trying to make you look at that thing and so on and so forth, and to manipulate you somehow. For their profit and for their, whatever. The point is that there's plenty of that, so I'm not, I don't care about, that's why I'd rather read some books and play some games. Although, at least I can see the stuff and I can, choose which one, but, screw movies. Well, what would the decentralized internet be? That's the whole thing. Now, one of the things I haven't seen, what would the name? Ooh, I don't remember the name. There's a company who's doing something like, I don't remember the freaking name. They're collaborating with Tlon, Tlon, but I don't remember the name. Wait, let me see. Because they had some ideas, but ooh, maybe I can get them online. Maybe I can get an interview with them. Let's search. Let us search Tlon.com. I don't think it was .com, but doesn't matter. No, it's probably not. It's not .com. They have like a .co or something. Tlon, come on. No, just. Oh, by the way, another good thing. Using less. That's another thing that I've been trying to do, and I've managed to do certain things. Use less big corporation services. So in the last few years, and this year specifically, more so, I've been trying to get away from a lot of big services I've been using. So I haven't gone completely off like Google services, obviously, because I still have an Android phone, and I'm thinking of maybe doing that eventually, even if it's going to be some growing pains or some useful using like UI pains, or not like using pains. Anyway, I did move most of my stuff when it comes to accounts, any like online accounts. I moved them to different email services, to Tutanota, which is an encrypted mail service from Germany, and they have a free tier, so you can go find them, tutanota.com, and also to Proton Mail, which probably a lot of people are know of Proton Mail, because it's a wait, search.brave, yes, that Brave. So I went to that. I've canceled my subscription to Google Workspaces. So for the last 6 years at this point, I've been using Google Workspace for my email. So if you send me an email, it would be hosted by Google servers, and Tlon.io, and I moved just like yesterday, literally just yesterday. I moved to Proton Mail. So I have a free Proton Mail account and a plus paid Proton Mail account. So, and I'm using those three, the Tutanota one, the free Tutanota one, the free Proton Mail, and the paid Proton Mail, for a vast majority of my accounts, and I'm probably going to move everything to those and have literally nothing on other email services. So that's a big thing. Search, I moved from DuckDuckGo this year to Brave, because Brave, the makers of Brave software, the makers of the Brave browser, they launch a search engine as well, so I'm using that. So I'm not using Google search on anything right now. On my PC, on my phone, I use Brave. As an alternative, I use DuckDuckGo, which is duck.com, if you want to try that. What else? I'm gonna try this year to move from Microsoft Office. Just move away from it. What is LibreOffice, I think. I'm gonna go for a free option of Office. Other than that, I don't know what else have I done. Mapping is a problem in terms of the services, but so I still use Google Maps on that. Not too much, because how often do you use Google Maps? But that's a thing. Other than that, I don't know. Those were the kind of the big moves in terms of going away from the huge corporations in terms of their services, right? So that was moving away from Google Workspace. That was a big thing, because I've been using it for a long time, and it's it's been fine. I'm not complaining. It's just I'd rather. That's another thing. How can you decentralize yourself? Use as many services as possible for email, use multiple. For like online storage, use multiple if you want, right? Ideally, like never have like your eggs in just one basket, or the basket of one company. Just because a lot of companies work together and not in your interest, but they still compete to some extent to one another. So it's better to just have stuff, something here, something there, and like something, like everywhere, like in terms of the like things that you use regularly online, online services like storage. I mean, maybe domain registers, why not? Servers and so on and so forth. So just email definitely, password managers, VPNs. That's another thing that I'm not using VPNs yet, and I'm thinking of maybe doing that. If anyone wants to come on, if anyone from any VPN service wants to come on and talk to me about it and convince me to make the jump and use a VPN for all my desktop and mobile needs, then please come on. I would be really interested in a discussion about VPN's place in today's society. I'm not saying that I don't have an idea myself. I would just really like to see people from such services talking about their motivation and why it's important to have a VPN. So that's the thing. But yeah, so Tlon, what's that? Leave the internet behind. I don't know what that is. Okay, Urbit. Hello, hi video. So Urbit, that's the company that I was so okay. So this is from their website. I don't really understand what they're doing, but I'm just interested in what they're gonna do. Basically, it's that type of thing. So this is from their website. Actually, I'm gonna show you. Why not? Where are you? Monitor capture. There we go. It's fine. You can see whatever. I don't care about like whatever you see here. It's fine. Okay, so this is Urbit site. So I think it's Urbit, as in your bit. A clean slate OS and network for the 21st century. Now, I think you need. Oh, thank you, Viju. I think you need to get like you have to get stars, which is it's a whole thing. It's like the star would be like your identity, like kind of like your username online, I believe. I think that's how it is. It's a personal OS designed from scratch to run peer-to-peer application. It solves the hard problems of implementing a peer-to-peer network, including whatever. The entire OS is a single pure function that provides application developers with strong guarantees, automated persistence, repeatable builds, and support for hot code. Okay, but that's not exactly for the end user. It would be really nice if you would have more ownership of the stuff that you run, and maybe Urbit is going to be something like that. I don't know enough about it. If anyone at Urbit, just tag them somewhere on social media and ask them to come on. I will be really interested in talking to them. Maybe I'm gonna reach out to them, directly, and I should probably do that because I've been thinking about that for some time, and that's something that I'd be really interested in seeing what their vision is and how it's gonna be actually implemented. Because I'm not like a super smart like developer, like coder or whatever. So it's for someone who's more simple-minded. How could I use this, right? And how could I make use of it, and how fast, and how it's gonna help me transition to Urbit from Windows or Linux or Mac OS, right? That would be the idea, I guess. And so I'd be really interested in seeing what's going on there. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. It's been an interesting year. I need to really go soon because I need to take my dog out, because there's gonna be crazy people outside and you know, with fireworks and stuff. But 2022, so don't expect anything. Expect videos this weekend. Don't expect like like live streams, but Monday I'm going to do something on Monday, and well, something. I'm gonna do a live stream on Monday. And if you wanna join locals and tell me what to play on Monday, that's gonna be a thing. If you can share, you know, tell other people about the channel. I do want to make more content in, like, you know, about everything and anything. Well, not everything and anything, stuff that I care about, like history, economics, you know, liberty and such. And of course, definitely more gaming. That's I'm not gonna leave that. I do want to talk to a lot more developers, and if you are a developer and you have a project coming up, then just, you know, get in touch. It's, you know, my DMs are open on Twitter. You can find me easily on locals. You can just join. You don't have to pay anything. You can become a member and post there. I believe you don't have to do anything. You don't have to pay anything. You can email me. You can find my email pretty easily. I'm not gonna say it right here, but you know, you can find it pretty easily on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. There's a contact email. You can find it on there. And I'm definitely interested in doing more interviews because they're so much fun. They're so fun, and I get so excited, and it's such a hopeful thing for me. I think I feel more hopeful when I find out about new things being created by other humans. It's such a bright spot for me. You can't really, it's subtle, but it's so powerful at the same time. It's powerful because it's like a tide. It like lifts all boats, and it lifts me up like in a subtle way, like everything. My whole mood goes up because of because of finding out about, you know, new things being, because it's about the creation part. It's like, yes, that's awesome. That's what we, you know, humans are supposed to do. They're supposed to create. They're supposed to do things, and it's so awesome when I see new things coming out, and, you know, like original things coming out, and like, even if it's something that I don't necessarily gravitate towards I'm still excited that's happening. Not everything though, because a lot of things that are being made are crap, and I'm not a fan of those. It's not like everything that's created is good, right? It's a good thing that things are being created, but also depends on what's created, because it's not like a creation is like a, you know, as long as there's creation, everything's well. No, you can create something really bad and destroy everything, technically. So no, but yeah. Other than that, it's been a pretty decent year. I don't know if anyone's. Wait, can I see my? No, I'm still on. Okay, we're still in the right. Yes, we're still near the boat. Yeah. We'll see. I'm definitely thinking of getting a new camera. That's for 2022. An upgrade. I'm not really sure. I really need a lot of money for an upgrade because I would need to buy everything. I'm not joking. Like, I would even get, okay, maybe the monitor can stay for a while. Apart from maybe my microphone, my keyboard, and mouse. Actually, my mouse I would change because it's been. It has quite a few years on it. It's still working fine, but it has a few years on it. I do want to change pretty much everything in terms of my PC, and that's gonna require a lot of cash. I'm not gonna buy the craziest of things. But given the fact that I haven't upgraded in such a long time, and it's probably like 7 or 8 years now, I really need to get something newer. Hopefully something that's going to be better at, well, yeah, definitely at rendering and at video editing. Maybe that's gonna help me do more video editing. Having a more powerful PC that's not gonna take such a long time to process a video, but yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Hopefully, if I get enough support, and man, again, on locals, CrypTichYBRID.locals.com. If I get enough, and of course, when that happens, right? It's not if, it's when. When that happens, when I'm gonna do a new build, I'm gonna live stream, me building it all. I'm gonna do streams about, the parts that I chose and why I chose them. I'm gonna tell you how much I paid and such, and it's gonna be a whole thing. The components, what components I'm gonna get and why, and then the actual build, which is gonna be live. It's gonna be interesting because I don't know what how we're gonna do with cameras and stuff. But I do want to get a new camera. I'm thinking of a Logitech Brio. I think it's Brio, right? The brand name. I don't care about the 4K capabilities of a Brio camera or any webcam necessarily. I do care about having 1080p video, good 1080p video at 60 frames. And with the camera that I have right now, it's a Logitech C922. It doesn't. It supports 720p 60 frames, and it doesn't really look that great at 720. So I do want a 1080p camera that can do 60 frames, and I believe Razer has one as well. I think I'd rather go on with Logitech though. In terms of the what actual camera we get. Of course, obviously people would say like, oh, just get I don't know, Bliss or whatever, get a cool camera that's really good. And yes, that requires money. That requires quite an investment. And you know what? When that's gonna be the case, I'm gonna do it. But until then, I'm gonna get hopefully another webcam. So that's maybe the coming up maybe in the first quarter. And yeah, expect more my face in the game. Probably gonna make myself smaller. I'm looking at the screen right now. I have to make myself smaller because I don't want to take up too much space when I actually play and when I actually game. Because I want, obviously, the game is the most important thing that I want to showcase. So I'm gonna make myself smaller. Actually, I can probably edit that now. Yes, I can definitely make myself much smaller than that. Okay, there we go. That's fine. That's fine, right? I think that's fine. I mean, I could make myself even smaller, but it's for now. It's okay-ish. I can use this for some time. But yeah, that was everyone. That was the recap. Oh, I haven't really talked about games specifically. Like in terms of games that I liked. One of the big highlights of this year was the launch of Industria. So this is a game that I've been waiting for quite a while, and I've had such high hopes and I was very excited about it. And for the most part, it fulfilled my expectations exactly. So it's developed by Bleak Meal Games. You can find Industria right now. I've done live streams of it. You can find the game on Steam. It's a first-person shooter. It's not a long game. It's maybe like 4 hours, maybe even shorter than that, depending on how you play. But it's a new world. It's a new story. It's a team it's their first title, first commercial title at least. I think it's first title like in all, and the way it's made and the story and the world and the design of the world and how they built everything and how they present everything, it attracted me from day one. Even me, who's not the biggest first-person shooter player right now, I played a lot more when I was younger. It was a game that, it was the highlights. It's like, when you find something and you're like, you know what, this is gonna be huge. Industria was that, at least in my view. And I don't know if it's necessarily like that huge, like a Half-Life, like an Unreal. Although Unreal wasn't that. I don't think Unreal was that big when it came out, like the first Unreal, right? Or maybe a Doom, right? Something like that, like something that's iconic, like the first Tomb Raider, like the first, I don't know, Legend of Zelda, something like, stuff like that, right? To me, it was, that type of game where it could be iconic and could start the whole thing. a huge, like a huge series that's gonna be, very popular, and a lot of people are gonna know it in the future. It's gonna become huge. And I don't know how big, Industria got specifically, but I think it had a pretty successful release. I really liked it. I liked the story. I liked the ending. It was an introduction to a world that made you want to see more of that world. So that was a very, very good thing. Like, if you want like huge arcing, like quest and whatever, like an epic story, it's not really that. It's an introduction to an epic world, and I definitely look forward to seeing what Bleak Mill is doing now. I know they posted maybe a couple of images. They're gonna continue with Industria, I believe, and hopefully I'm gonna get them to talk about it. But about the current project, I'm guessing it's gonna be bigger than Industria, and I'm really excited about it. So that was a huge highlight of this year, seeing Industria out. Yeah, it's a game actually. Maybe true. So this is an actual game. It's Where is 2022? That's the background. It's the game, and so that was a huge thing. Seeing Industria finally out. I think it went really well, the launch. Like no major bugs to make people like review bomb it or anything like that. And probably the biggest the major criticism would be the length, but it wasn't a big team that made it, and I think it hit exactly what it was supposed to hit. It's an introduction to this epic new world, and we're gonna see more of this epic new world as time goes by, and with future games within the series. So that was a huge thing for this year. Other than that, I've played a lot of games. It's been fun. It's been a fun year when it comes to games. I can't complain really. In terms of the freaking games, it's been fun. And next year, even more stuff. Capia is the first thing that we're gonna see. That's like I'm very excited for, and I've been waiting for some time. Again, January 25th for Capia's launch. And other than that, we'll see. Songs of Conquest, that's another big thing that I'm excited for, and that's gonna come, I think, in Q1 or Q2. So in the first half of the year, it's a turn-based strategy game. It has incredible artwork. The visuals are absolutely unbelievable, and it's pixel art, but it's so great, and it reminds me so much of Heroes of Might and Magic, which is my favorite game. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 specifically, and it's made by Lava Potion, company. This is the first title, I believe, and I'm excited about it. It's gonna come out in early access, which is interesting, right? I mean, how many turn-based games come out in early access? But that's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward for that title. Who knows? Maybe 2022 is gonna bring out like the announcement of a new Heroes of Might and Magic game. I was joking around on Twitter maybe a day or so ago, saying that like if Songs of Conquest releases and it's a huge hit, then maybe that's gonna convince Ubisoft to invest in another Heroes of Might and Magic project. So I don't know, we'll see. But I would definitely like to see maybe something on that front. So everyone tag Ubisoft and just spam them. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit. Ask them about Heroes of Might and Magic, if there's anything new on that side, and if there is anything new, they can come to me and we can do an interview about it. That would be awesome. And other than that, I'm interested in seeing the next Dragon Age game. I'm not gonna pre-order it. So Dragon Age Origins, the first game in the Dragon Age series, I actually pre-ordered that. I don't recommend pre-ordering, but that's one game that I pre-ordered. I got the limited edition or something, and I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked Dragon Age Origins a lot. Dragon Age 2, not so much. It wasn't bad. I like the story and everything, but it was rushed. It was rushed anyway. I haven't played Inquisition at all, and I don't think I'm gonna play right now unless someone on locals tells me to play it, or gifts it to me and tells me to play it. I have not played it. I don't have it, and I'm not really that interested right now because it's past. You know, like that time has passed. You know, like I didn't play it when it came out. I don't know why exactly, for whatever reason. I don't think I was playing that much when it came out, and I just never played it. Now it's like, you know, I'm not gonna pick it up right now unless, you know, someone forces me. Just don't force me. I'm just saying, you can force me if you want, but no, I haven't played it. But the next Dragon Age, I'm interested in seeing what it's gonna be. I don't have high hopes for it, but I still want to see what's you know, what the carcass of BioWare is gonna do with it. I don't have high hopes because of what happens. You know, it's studios get bigger and they get bought up and people leave, and if the people who made something great are no longer there, you're not gonna get something great unless the people who come to replace them are also great in their own way. Great. It doesn't have to be the same, obviously, because it's not the same. No one's the same. But I don't think that happened with BioWare. I don't think it happens anywhere, like with big studios. I think it's a you know, it's like a person, right? They're born, they're teenagers, teens. They you know, they grow, they do great things, and then they wither away eventually. You know, and they die. Now, you know, in terms of the studio, the dying would be the closure. But there's some studios who have not been closed, who you would pretty much say that they're in a coma. And I don't know if BioWare is in that specific you know, place, but I don't have hopes for great games from BioWare anymore, unfortunately. I mean, you know, it's been some time though. That expectation has been gone for a long time. But anyway, just remember the good old days, and, you know, just move on with the new studios that come out and the new teams that are doing things, like, you know, Lava Potion with the Songs of Conquest. You know, there's new blood, and some of the new blood actually is, well, there's a lot of talent. It's just you also need some sort of greatness to it, and I don't think there's a lot of talent, but it's not so much greatness, I think. We'll have to see. But Songs of Conquest, that might actually be great, so I'm excited for that in 2022. That, Capia, I don't know what else is coming out next year. I don't know. I don't care about Cyberpunk necessarily. I would play it, but I don't care for it. I'd rather care. I would care more about, you know, getting an upgrade than playing Cyberpunk. I definitely need an upgrade before that. But yeah, other than that, that was everyone. You know, let's leave it to that, because it's been an hour and a half, I think. Yeah, and I need to take my dog out before everyone starts popping, freaking, because it's 7 p.m. now. So, you know, we're getting there. We're getting closer to midnight, and, you know, there's gonna be a lot of fireworks, and lots of bombs going about, and I'd rather keep my lovely dog inside when that happens. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for being here. Nothing tomorrow. Just Happy New Year. Just go into 2022. It's gonna be awesome, hopefully. I mean, you can make it awesome. That's the whole point of you know, of years. You can make something out of it. You know, like with time, you can make something with that time, and you can make something great with that time. It might not work all, you know, in every situation, but if you try and you apply yourself, yeah, there's a high chance that it's going to be better. You know, like your life is going to be better because of the effort that you put into something. And hopefully, in my case, this is going to be the thing. This is going to be, maybe 2020 is going to be the year where, you know, Cryptic Hybrid, my channels, kind of, you know, they don't explode necessarily, but they go to that point where it's sustainable financially for me. And, you know, that would be awesome, because that take a huge burden from my head, because I think about that thing every single night, and it's not cool it's it's not awesome. Staying up at night thinking of you know, the rest of your life, and from you know, from tomorrow to, you know, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 5 months, 5 years, and so on and so forth. It's not necessarily fun, because it's not like I'm planning things necessarily. I'm like, my brain is forcing me to, like, what are you going to do about this? What are you gonna do about, like, come on, you know. And it's mainstream games. I don't think I've ever played much of mainstream games. I don't care about FIFA. If someone gives me FIFA and tells me to play, then sure, I'm gonna play those things. Minecraft, I don't care about. Half-Life, I mean, there's nothing new on that front, except you know, the VR one, and I don't have a VR headset. Hitman, I haven't played Hitman in such a long time. I don't think I've played. I played the first two, I think, like the original first two, and Fortnite I've never played. Again, I can be made to play, but it's not a high priority. But because it's just not. It's, you know, like, you know, if everyone does something, that doesn't mean that I have to do it. So that was everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Happy New Year 2022. Make it awesome, because you can. You know, be with your loved ones, help them out, give them a little bit more leeway, because that's a huge thing that you can do and improve the relationship with others. You know, don't assume more. Just ask, just talk to them more, and to find out what they're really thinking, or why they're doing certain things. That's probably one of the things that I've, you know, learned, especially in recent years, is that we're way too much in our heads, and we communicate way too much with projections of the projections that we make of other people. We don't actually talk to the actual people. So that's, you know, talk more to the people around you, so you understand what they're thinking and why they're doing the things that they're doing, and, you know, just, you know, fewer assumptions on that, on the actions and thoughts and motivations, because that's a very, very big thing. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you live Monday. Yes, Monday, January 3rd. There's gonna be a live stream. Until then, of course, support me, CrypticHybrid.locals.com. Other ways to help in the description below. And until the next time we see each other, Happy New Year. See you in 2022. Let's go. 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 Let's go.